Yes, Puji.
Thank you. So text number 7, 10th canto, chapter 23, the Brahmana's wives blessed, text number 7 and 8. So text number 7. Gasa charyan tava pavidura odanam Rama chutavo lashato bubhu bubhu shitau tayor dvija odanam arthinor yadi saddha chavo yachata dharma itamaha. Translation and purport. Translation. Lord Ram and Lord Krishna, Lord Achyuta are tending their cows not far from here. They are hungry and want you to give them some your food. Therefore, O Brahmanas, based of the knowers of religion, if you have faith, please give some food to them. Purport. The cowherd boy doubted the generosity of the Brahmanas, and thus they used the word babhukshito. Babhukshito means being hungry, meaning that Krishna and Balaram were hungry. The boys expected the Brahmanas to know the Vedic injunction, Anasya Kshuti Patram. Anyone who is hungry is a fit candidate for receiving food in charity. But if the Brahmanas would not recognize the authority of Krishna and Balaram, their title Dvija would be taken to meaning born from two parents, Dvib from two, and Jaborn, rather than twice born. When the Brahmanas did respond to the cowherd boys' initial request, the boys addressed the Brahmanas with a slight trace of sarcasm as Dharmavit Tamaha. Dharmavit Tamaha means obeyed knower of the principles of religion. So, this pastime is very interesting pastime. So much to learn from this pastime. That Krishna and Balaram and all the Krishna and all the Balaram and cowherd boys, they are gone to herd the cows. Now Krishna, remember, Krishna and his 4 other friends, they were gone to see the garments of the gopis. Early morning, remember? And from there, Balaram and all the cowboys, they all joined the cows and they are all together now. So Krishna has no lunch because he left early to steal the garments of the gopis. So they usually Mother Jasoda gives the lunch. And besides that, what is in the forest of Vrindavan? There is so many fruits and everything is there. So why Krishna and Balaram, Krishna has to send our boys to the Brahmanas? Why? Everything is there. No, because Krishna is performing these pastimes because wives of the Brahmanas, they were qualified. They had Purvarag. What is Purvarag means? Again, Purvarag means that they already had heard about Krishna so much. And this is the important point about Shravanam. Our devotional service starts with Shravanam, hearing, isn't it? Hearing, isn't it? Shravanam, hearing. This is what actually happened to the wives of the Brahmanas. Wives of the Brahmanas, they were listening about Krishna. What does he do? Where is he? What is his father name? What is his mother name? What he wears, where he goes, all these things. What was he wearing today? Which demon he killed today? All all these pastimes, Brahmana wives, the Brahmins were listening. How they were listening? We will hear that more in the future. That the cowherd ladies from Vrindavan, they would go to sell the fruits and flowers to Mathura. These Brahmins were residing in Mathura, but who was ruling the Mathura? King Kamsa, so they were afraid. So these ladies would go to sell the fruits and flowers to his wives of the Brahmanas, because the wife Brahmanas would perform the yajna, and they would need the fruits and they would need the flowers, right? Mhm. So because Brahmanas, they would do all the puja and everything in their home. So these ladies from Vrindavan, they would go and they would sell this to the wives of the Brahmanas. And ladies have ladies, they meet each other, they talk, they talk, they talk, they talk, they talk. Right? That's ladies' nature. It is said it is said that when the ladies are in the train in the one compartment, and even though they don't know other ladies, but they will start talking, and they make a friendship with them. They will keep talking, talking, talking. Even though next station they're gonna get out, some of them will leave. That's ladies, right? So here these cowherd ladies, they would talk with the wives of the Brahmanas about Krishna all the time. So they were so much, their ears were hearing all this Krishna's pastime. So when they were hearing, they were attracted to Krishna. But this is the Purva, but they had not seen Krishna. So Krishna, to fulfill the desire of the wives, the Brahmanas, he performed these pastimes. So first thing we learn from these pastimes is the hearing. Shravanam is the first thing. That's why we hear the Shrimad Bhagavatam. That's why we Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita. That's why we hear on whatever YouTube or whatever lectures. Fill up our ears with by hearing. It's important. So they would hear Krishna's pastimes. So that's Purvarak. It's called Purvarak. Means they have heard about, but they have not seen it. Same as the Rukmini Devi. Same thing happened, right? Rukmini had heard. Rukmini had heard from Narad Muni about Krishna, but she has not seen Krishna. But she was attracted so much. So much so that she decided that I will marry with Krishna, otherwise I will give up my life. So this is what is happening. So what happened is that they are near there is a called Ashokavan. And these Brahmanas, they were performing the Jagya. Now these Brahmanas, they were learned, but they were performing Jagya for what? Not to go back home back to God. They were performing Jagya to go to the heavenly planets. So when they were performing this Jagya, this Krishna, Balram, all cowherd boys were nearby, and all the cowherd boys, they said, Krishna, we are hungry, do something. Please do something. We are hungry. Because for cowherd boys, all the Brajvasis, only their shelter is Krishna. Whether they are hungry or they play with him, or they are thirsty or whatever, they just ask Krishna. So they ask Krishna, please, we are hungry, do something. So Krishna is telling the cowherd boys, the ascending cowherd boys, go. There is a Brahmanas performing the Jagya. The Brahman were performing they are from Mathura and they were performing Jagya in Vrindavan. Why is that? Because they were afraid of Kamsa. Mathura, they figure out that if the Kamsa find out that we are performing the Jagya, Kamsa will kill us. So they were performing the Asokwan, which is near Vrindavan. We on a Brajmala Parikrama, our first place we go from Vrindavan to Mathura. On the way to Mathura, first place we go is the This place, Bhatran, is called Bhatran, where there is Bhatran Vihari is there, Titi is there. And a Bhatran is a Bhatra. Why is called Bhatran? Because usually cowherd boys, what they eat? They eat the rice and the yogurt. Bhat. So they went to the Brahmana. Now remember, the cowherd boys. Cowherd boys they are just little boys. Then they just herd the cows and they play in the forest. But here they are coming to the Brahmanas because Krishna had told that to when you go to the Brahmana, don't tell my name. You tell Balaram that Balaram is hungry. Why? Because Brahmanas will see that Balram is a Kshatriya. He is born from, they know Balram is born from Vasudev. Vasudev is a Kshatriya. So these Brahmanas, they look at, hearing the name of the Balram, they will give the Brahmanas ask for, don't put my name because I'm born from Vaishya, from Nanda Maharaj. Because nobody knows that Krishna was also born from Devaki and Vasudeva, and they have no overnight transfer. Nobody knows. Nobody knows that except Vasudeva and Devaki knows, and of course Krishna, of course. You know. So that's what Brahmanas. That's what they had told. So when the boys are coming to these Brahmanas, they are busy performing the yajna. Mm. But they are not giving they are not even, the boys are there, the boys are respectful. Boys are offering obeisances to the Brahman and they are saying that please, we are nearby and please, Balram is hungry. He first he put the name of Balram. Lord Rama, see, here is Lord Chuta tending the cows and they are hungry. Why Rama? Because Balram is hungry at first. So this cowherd, they pay obeisances, they ask for, but Brahman even didn't listen to them. Now these cowherd boys, they are cowherd boys, but they also know. The Jagya went to ask. That is the next verse will be discussed. So the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing commentary on text 7. He said, the boys are asking, we are asking for some rice. Boys eat, cowherd boys, they eat rice and yogurt during lunchtime. Of course, some Mother Jasoda bring so much, but they thought, let's ask for rice, bhat. So they are asking. So there is a conversation, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writing that boys are asking to Brahmanas, we are asking for from you some rice. So the Brahmana says, but since Krishna and Balaram are not Brahmanas, can we give before the Brahmanas have eaten? So they are questioning, well, Krishna and Balaram are the Brahmanas, and first we have to serve the Brahmanas, then Kshatriya and Vaishya. So Krishna Balaram, they are not Brahmanas. So how can we give? First, we usually serve when the prasadam is usually served, right? In our Vaishnava, because in Hare Krishna everybody is Vaishnavas, but you start serving the spiritual masters and all the sannyasis and then seniors, devotees, right? That's where you serve the food, prasadam. So here Brahmanas are saying, first we have not eaten, first is we serve the Brahmanas. But then boys are saying, but they are hungry. Krishna, Balaram, Krishna, and he's saying that those that are hungry should be given food. This hunger, a pet puja, stomach puja is the first. If the person is hungry, hmm, if you feed him that food, then he or she will be listen to you or will wanna hear, right? But they are hungry, and if someone is hungry, you talk about the philosophy. Are they going to listen to you? No, they say, hey, first feed us. So that's what they are saying. Pet puja first. They are hungry. You know. Seeing the Brahmanas unfavorably inclined and not saying anything, they say, oh, Brahmanas, if you have faith in Krishna and Balaram, then give. If you do not, say no. So they are saying, Krishna Balaram, the coward boys are saying that Krishna Balaram perform yajna for what? When you perform yajna, what do you perform yajna for? To please, right? When we perform yajnas, we are performing Sankirtan yajna for what? To please the Krishna, right? So here the cowherd boys are saying sarcastically, look, if you have a faith and they are hungry, you are performing yajna to please Krishna Balram. So Krishna Balram himself are asking here, sending us ask for food, then give everything to them. If you have a faith, give it to them. If you have faith that perform yajna, the purpose of perform yajna is to serve the Lord, please the Lord, and that's what your faith is, then you give the food. And if you don't have faith, then say, no, we will not give you, but say something. But the Brahmins didn't even care. They didn't even say yes or no. That will be happen next. So here then they are sarcastically, Brahm boys are saying that you are knowers of the highest dharma vittamaha. So what can we say about dharma and adharma to you? You are Brahmanas. Cowherd boys are saying, we are Vaishyas. You are Brahman. You know what the dharma is and what is your dharma is. You know. But the point is that the Brahman didn't give the attention to them. And that's why here it says, cowherd boys are saying, you are silent. We are asking, you are not saying anything. Say yes or no. If you have faith, then give. Because you remain silent on hearing that Krishna Balaram are hungry and asking for food. When the whole universe melts with love on hearing their names, we can understand that you are twice born. And that's why they are saying, because they say everybody, when they hear anybody in the world, when they hear about Krishna and Balaram, they're excited about it. And here Krishna Balaram is here near you and we're asking for you, do not give him. That means you are twice born. Twice born means you are twice born, means you are born from two parents. Means the parents which gave you birth, and also they do they when the Brahmanas are born, they are given not the Brahman initiation, but they are given the initiation. I think they call a Gayatri or something initiation. Some kind of initiation is there where they have the Brahman thread. So that's what you are, but you are not actually a you are not you are twice born. And because you are not initiated, hmm, actual initiation, and that's why you don't know the real religion. And that's what we are saying. You are ignorant of dharma. That's what indirectly these boys are saying to the Brahmanas. But Brahmanas not gonna listen. Then the next text number 8, they are making another argument, the boys. They are saying that text number 8, he said, Dikshaya Pashu Samsthaya Sautramayascha Sat Satamaha Anyatra Dikshitasyapi Nanam Ashnan Hi Dushyati. translation and purport. Except during the intervals between the initiation of the performance of a sacrifice and actual sacrifice of the animal. For most pure Brahmanas, it is not contaminating for even the initiated to partake the food of food, at least in sacrifices other than the Sautramani. Purport. The cowherd boys anticipated the possible objection from the Brahmanas that they could not give the boys any food because they themselves had not yet eaten, that the priest initiated to perform a sacrifice should not eat. Therefore, the boys humbly informed the Brahmanas about various technicalities of ritualistic sacrifices. The cowherd boys were not unaware of the cowherd boys were unaware of the formalities of Vedic culture, but their real means intention was simply to render loving service to Lord Krishna. So, interesting points here. The cowherd boys are saying that they knew. It's interesting. What the Brahmanas went to ask at the what stage of the sacrifice we should ask Brahma, the cowherd boys knew. Because the cowherd boys, the animal sacrifice was already done. So after that, food can be distributed. But because they were thinking that the persons who are performing Jagat, they are Brahman, they have not eaten. So how can we give to the Kshatriya and Vaishya, who is Krishna, Balram and Krishna? How can we give it to them? But then the cowherd boy's point was that, wait a minute. But the point is that, Brahman, is Krishna and Balram are higher than the Brahmanas. Anybody hear about name of just by hearing the name, just hearing the name of Krishna Balram, everybody is so excited, everybody is happy. So here, Krishna Balram is sent, they are near here, they are asking for why are you stopping it? Give it to us. So it is interesting. These boys, they are cowherd boys, but they know when to ask. The Brahmanas say, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur writing, the Brahmanas may say that all the foods in sacrifice in it because the scripture writes that one should not eat for those particular sacrifice. The boy said from the beginning until the animal is killed, this true applies. But after that, there is no fault in taking food. So that means the animal was already sacrificed. So that means food can be given. That's what the boys are saying. So boys reach at the right place at the right time. But still the Brahmanas were thinking, well, yeah, if you say the sacrifice is done, but what about the Brahmanas who are performing sacrifice? First they should receive their food. Then you will have, then it can be distributed. That's what the Brahmanas were thinking. But boys are saying, wait a minute, Krishna and Balaram is higher than the Brahmanas. In Sautramani sacrifice, in which none of the food can be eaten. This is not a Sautramani sacrifice. In Sautramani sacrifice, you have to perform all sacrifice completely done, and then a Brahman shall feed others shall give. But this is not that. Boys knows. It's interesting. It's interesting. The boys knows about it. This sacrifices, even though they are from the village Vrindavan. See. Srila Jiva Goswami is writing. Cowherd boys were aware of the Vedic culture. That's the point. It's interesting, isn't it? Cowherd boys knows. And we know the sacrifice ultimately is to please Lord Vishnu. What we perform, our sacrifice, Sankirtan Yajna. right? Our yajna is Sankirtan yajna. In Sankirtan yajna, we are performing to please Lord Chaitanya, right? So here they were performing yajna. This yajna is supposed to be for to please the Lord, but they did not. They didn't realize, and they will now. From after this, the boys will go back and Krishna will say, go to the wives of the Brahmanas. And the wives of the Brahmanas, as soon as they hear the name of Krishna, they will give everything. They were waiting for it. So this is this pastime. This is to please the wives of the Brahmanas. Krishna is performing this pastime. Otherwise, Krishna is hungry. Krishna is Atmaram. Right? And besides that, everything is available in the Vrindavan forest. See. Shiva Goswami said, they display who? Their natural learning in this verse, means the cowherd boys. The boys were familiar with various sacrifices, such as animal sacrifice. They use the word he to indicate that the conclusion is definite, based on scriptural evidence. Eating is contaminating from the initiation until the animal sacrifice, but not otherwise. In the Sotramani sacrifice, eating is permitted, but not in other sacrifices. Knowing the order proper and improper time, we ask you for the word. We know exactly you what stage you are in, and you suppose you can give. You will be not committing any offense as sacrifice. Please give us. But they are not giving it. Yeah. This pastime is very interesting because so many things we learn from these pastimes. How the wives of the Brahmanas, the wives of the Brahmanas will go bring all the food, and they will go to see Krishna, and there's nice all the pastime. How the Krishna, how is he standing, twirling the in one hand he has a lotus and he's twirling it, and that means he's churning the hearts of these wives of the Brahmanas. So while the Brahmanas, their ears were filled about hearing. Now they will see Krishna, so their eyes will be filled with seeing the beautiful form of the Lord, which they had not seen. As this pastime unfold, there is more and more interesting points will come. So I don't want to go ahead, tell whole thing, but it's a nice pastime to learn. So much to learn from this pastime. Main point is we have to keep hearing. If we keep hearing, then everything is possible. Hearing about Krishna. Okay, any questions, any comments?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। चैतन्य चरितमृत में क्यों बलदेव ने बोला चैतन्य महाप्रभु आदि लीला क्या आदि गुरु बोल के?
क्या माता जी?
चैतन्य चरितमृत में
हाँ
बलदेव ने बोला चैतन्य महाप्रभु आदि गुरु,
हाँ
ऐसे लिखा है।
हाँ। चैतन्य
बलदेव
महाप्रभु तो गुरु के गुरु है ना, ऐसे तो नित्यानंद आदि गुरु है। नित्यानंद आदि गुरु है ना।
नित्यानंद आदि गुरु है।
हाँ
चैतन्य
तो
महाप्रभु
चैतन्य को भी गुरु कहते हैं, कभी कभी कहते हैं, क्योंकि चैतन्य तो गुरु के गुरु है, सबके गुरु के गुरु है।
नहीं, बलदेव ने क्यों ऐसे बोला?
हाँ
बलदेव,
बलदेव,
हाँ बलदेव ने चैतन्य महाप्रभु आदि गुरु बोल के।
बलदेव कर रहे हैं, बलदेव बोले।
हाँ बलदेव बोल रहे हैं, हाँ ऐसे
अच्छा
लिखा है मतलब।
अच्छा। तो बलदेव नित्यानंद है, तो बलदेव बोला आदि गुरु है कृष्ण चैतन्य महाप्रभु। बलदेव को पता है, नित्यानंद को पता है ना, कि चैतन्य महाप्रभु वो राधा कृष्ण के अवतार, श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य राधा कृष्ण ही अन्य, है ना। चलिए, तो सब कुछ है ना। तो कभी कभी वो कहते हैं कि भाई भला हमारे गुरु तो चैतन्य है, इसलिए कहा होगा। हम्म। हम नित्यानंद चैतन्य चैतन्य के पास जाएंगे जब हम बलराम से मिलेंगे, फर्स्ट नित्यानंद से मिलेंगे। हम नित्यानंद को प्लीज करेंगे, हम नित्यानंद की सेवा करेंगे, तब नित्यानंद हम बल चैतन्य के पास ले जाएं। जैसे रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी, हम्म, रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी चैतन्य के पास जाना चाहते थे, लेकिन वो नहीं जा सके। इसलिए नित्यानंद चैतन्य जो रघुनाथ दास गए, जो दही चीड़ा ये पानी हंडी फेस्टिवल किया ना, नित्यानंद को प्लीज किया, नित्यानंद ने उनके अपने चरण उनके रघुनाथ के पास सिर पर रखे। नित्यानंद ने कहा, आप आपका रास्ता खुल जाएगा चैतन्य के पास जाने का। हम्म। तो प्लीज, तो इसलिए हम नित्यानंद को प्रसन्न करेंगे तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु प्रसन्न हो जाएंगे। और नित्यानंद को प्रसन्न करेंगे तो राधा रानी प्रसन्न होगी, राधा रानी प्रसन्न होगी तो कृष्ण प्रसन्न होगा। इस नित्यानंद की सेवा करना बहुत जरूरी है। और नित्यानंद आदि गुरु है। तो कभी कभी वो कहते हैं कि हमारे गुरु तो चैतन्य है, सबके गुरु ऐसे चैतन्य ही है, क्योंकि वो राधा कृष्ण है। हम्म। नित्यानंद का पहला एक्सपांशन है ना, कृष्ण का पहला 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 अवतार है वो बलराम, है ना। और बलराम नित्यानंद है, बलराम होइलो निताई। हम्म। तो बलराम और कृष्ण में कोई फर्क नहीं है, एक ही है। यही है कि बलराम सफेद है, कृष्ण काला है। कृष्ण कृष्ण पूर्ण पुरुषोत्तम है, और बलराम है पूर्ण पुरुषोत्तम सर्व सेवा। बलराम पुरुषोत्तम लेके वो सेवा के भाव से कृष्ण का सब कुछ, कृष्ण के जो कुछ करना है वो बलराम है। कृष्ण का ब्राह्मण थ्रेड, कृष्ण की अम्ब्रेला, कृष्ण की पादुका, कृष्ण की बेड़, कृष्ण का पिलो, वो सब कौन है? बलराम। ये जो धाम है वो भी बलराम बलराम से रचित हुए हैं। वृंदावन धाम और वो सब बलराम है। इसलिए हम बलराम का हम सहारा लेते हैं, शेल्टर। बलराम का हम शेल्टर लेते हैं। तो यह अभी कलयुग में चैतन्य महाप्रभु नित्यानंद के चरणों में हम रहते हैं, नित्यानंद की सेवा करते हैं, तो वो बलराम की सेवा है। नित्यानंद प्लीज होंगे तो कृष्णा कृष्ण प्लीज होगा हमारे पर, राधा रानी प्लीज हो। तो कभी लिखते हैं, कभी कहते हैं, जैसे जैसे नारद मुनि को कभी कभी भगवान कहते हैं। सुना है ना, श्रीमद् भागवत में आता है। नारद मुनि भगवान नहीं है, लेकिन कभी कभी कहते हैं।
ओके प्रभु।
और ठीक है।
ओके, हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण माता दी। ठीक है। हरे कृष्ण।